Hey, what's up, class? I just wanted to really quickly talk you through, an example of this analysis assignment. The purpose of this, and Sweetheart is a really good chapter for this. Sweetheart of the Song Tra Bong. I think this chapter is really fun. And when I say fun, I mean gruesome. Like this is a true war story for me because it meets a lot of the criteria in the chapter How to Tell a True War Story. And like we said at the beginning, right? Just way back in the beginning when we talked about the chapter spin and how it kind of jumps back and forth between, the present, Tim O'Brien telling us these stories, and the past, being in these stories. This chapter is a wonderful chapter to illustrate how those stories are connected. And that's our goal today, right? If you can show how two or more symbols from this chapter connect to other chapters and then show why that's significant in some way, shape, or form, then you've got this lesson. All right. So what I want us to do here is just take a look at this discussion slash consider. If you're talking with people, you discuss. If not, then you consider, which means to give serious and sustained thought to. Don't blow these off or answer these short. Really sit down, think about them. If you have people to bounce ideas off of, your experience will be better. If you choose not to do that, you chose to have a less you chose to have a worse experience than your peers. All right, so I just want to take this first question, right? Um, and what I mean here, these just so you understand these directions, I mean go to page 85 to 86 and look at the first paragraph, right? I'm giving you um, very specific, and you can see here, places to go in the book. First paragraph on page 85 to 86. Notice it ends there. Then, and this is something, this is going to be from the chapter Sweetheart. Then I want you to go to a different chapter on this page. Again, all the page numbers are from this book. When you do that, take a look, refresh your memory, look at any notes you have from there, and then ask yourself in your group the question, what's the quote incredible craziness that Rad is trying to quote heat up so hot that you would feel exactly as he felt by telling us Marianne's story? This is a thing. You'll notice, one, to answer this question, I need to know what Marianne's story is. If I haven't read the chapter, this is going to make no sense, and it shouldn't. So if you haven't read the chapter, stop, quit wasting your classmates' time. If you're trying to discuss this in a group with them, pause, go read the chapter, come back and do this alone. Like you blew off the snow day, or excuse me, the remote day. You made some decisions. Now you're behind. If you have done the reading, just ask yourself, based on what you read so far, what's the incredible craziness that Rat's trying to communicate here? And you'll also notice that these two paragraphs show the story is true if we feel it. Just like if he heats it up to show how he if he exaggerates to show he sells. So the incredible craziness is for me, it's something that Rat answers very, very explicitly um, on page 102. Where he talks about it's not just men and women can do this. We can lose ourselves, we can become corrupted, kind of that kind of answer for me. um but then what I want you to do is explain your thinking and list the evidence from the chapter that led you to that conclusion. This part is the part where it really becomes yours and your groups. And these discussions will take you some time, right? They're going to take you 5 to 10 minutes per question. There are three required questions, or excuse me, sections that you must discuss, and I must see evidence of in your notes. Then I want you to pick one of the other ones, any of them. You've got choices, but the three gray ones with the black font are required. For this one, I do want you to actually read this, okay? Actually read this document. Don't complain to me that it's too long. It's less than a page. Take your time. Um, when you're finished, having this discussion and taking notes, it's really important that you write your takeaways down, that you list specific page numbers, just like I did here. That, if you can, you go and look at these pages that you're given. I do that to help you. Then at the end, if you can do these two things, then you've got it. Then move on, read stockings, add to your concept map. And the plan is for us to have an in-class writing prompt on Friday. You may think that we're not in class on Friday. We do have an asynchronous lesson. It's going to be like a one-page response, and I'm gonna ask you to actually write something for that. I am also going to grade it, so be ready for that. Oh, I love that. Maybe the darkness was inside us all along. Maybe the parallel stories, the things that mirror each other, they've just always been happening this entire time. All right, guys. If you have any questions, we talk to me, man. I want to help you, and I'm happy to. I will direct you to specific points in the novel that'll be helpful. Other than that, good luck. Looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. This is where, like, when you do the reading, we can start to talk about really cool things.